We are professional futurists, which means we help people think about change in terms of different possibilities.
I focus primarily on the nomadic peoples. There's different types of Tibetans, but I focus primarily on the nomads. I studied about their clothing, and they actually wear these really long sleeve coats that are to protect their hands from, or their limbs from the extreme environments. So going into the coat, this is actually inside out. So these are supposed to be solar panels on a student budget, and these are LED lights. So actually when they unzip it, this would be the exterior and this would be the interior. And the lights are supposed to light the interior of the tent. And you can probably look through this, but I won't explain it too much. But they're supposed to be these like snap-on screens. And so when they're under the tent, they can interactively use the internet secretly to connect with the outside world.
Symbol of Hawaii in an iconistic building. The thing we were really excited about is creating a skyline, and this would be in Waikiki. The one we're working on now would be on Kapiolani Boulevard. What this group wanted me to do was to design a performing arts center that was an icon. And this is a side view of it. So.
I did a project with students there and students in the US where we were looking at the environment and looking at issues having to do with sustainability and what the graphic designer or artist can do to sort of deal with those issues. And we traded back and forth files, and while I was there I made these works. So these are coal-burning towers. All of these images are photographically derived, and the photographic data, the bitmap data, is essentially processed into vector art. So I sort of rebuilt these cities. The irony, I think, of Taiwan for me was the fact that after learning about the 3.5 million people that are ultimately gonna have to leave if they don't solve this water issue, you would look around on a 360-degree pano and you'd see at least 10, 12, 13 high cranes on the horizon, ultimately building.
Plain and simple, a blueprint that has to get lifted up into three-dimensional space, and there are tons of designers who have to come in and build it.
And we've just been thinking about a lot of different ways to organize cities.
So, we're criticizing things like these kinds of institutions and kind of looking at, these sort of colonial, quasi-political aspects of this hearth and this inherited wealth and the grid and the institution of marriage. I mean, we're happily married, of course, but it's just, curious to play with this language and try to mix it together. And when we started thinking about it, sort of looping over into those types of meanings like blue tool, and I have a phrase in here about appreciation or depreciation of real estate, and it's sort of started to take on another level of meaning, which was cool.
So what we did specifically with this project was manifested 4 alternative futures, 4 different accounts of what Chinatown could become and could mean over the next generation or so. The first one was called Chinatown, and it was a kind of gentrification scenario. Some people's fondest dreams and some people's worst nightmares for this district. And very short term, something that's very much on people's minds now. But we manifested that by having posters from Starbucks coming soon, TGI Fridays, multi-million-dollar luxury lofts opening in empty spaces in prominent buildings around this area. We simulated the experience of that so people could actually feel what it would be like if that decision had been made as a fait accompli, without them thinking about it and intentionally deciding which direction the community should go in.